I went down to Somerset and he got this steamroller for sale. And in the meantime, they built greenhouses all around it. And the only way I could get it out was, I went down there the weekend before and I got it unseized and got it running.
Yeah.
And drove it down through the hedge, down onto the road.
Yeah.
Of course, it was a steep bank like that off the hedge.
Terrifying, yeah.
And the scarify stuck in the ground, so we got the back in the middle of the road with the wheels spinning round. I had to block it all up and get it out. Oh dear, oh dear.
How did you know how to do it at that stage?
I don't know.
Have you got an instinct, do you think?
Well, it's just because it's old and simple.
Okay, so it's no electronic nonsense. It's
No,
just straightforward.
I mean, this thing, I wouldn't know what the hell to do with it.
So what state was this one in when you got it?
I had to put a new firebox in it, which is this box here. Look, the whole engine is built around that.
So you would have had to take it to bits?
Absolutely, every single piece was off of it.
So how long did that take you?
Getting on for 2 years. No, it was all scattered all over the place, stinging that was growing through bits and God knows what.
But when you found it, it was like that?
No, when I got it to pieces, I mean, you know, you got gear wheels stood out there with the sting that was growing through them and what have you, you know, you haven't got nowhere to put it.
What does it run on? Coal or wood or what?
Anything you can bloody well burn.
Is that right? Coal?
Well, it's got to be coal, yeah.
It's got to be coal.
Best of all is Welsh steam coal, but you can no longer get that. Burns a bit hotter, and when you check it on the fire, it expands. Whereas that stuff out there, you check it on the fire, and it's gone.
So that's the firebox. So where's the steam? Where does the water go?
Well, it's in the back.
Oh, is it? So there's a tank in the back?
Yeah. Below those rivets is water. You carry your water, and above it is coal.
Oh, okay.
And that is injected into the boiler to
Which is up there?
yeah, to make your steam. Injected into the boiler to keep your water level up. You must keep your water level up at all times, otherwise it explodes. Well, the fuse will plug and go, and it put the fire out.
It's like putting the heat under an empty kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing you get.
You've got 2 steering wheels up there.
Yeah, one to go backwards and one forward.
Are you teasing me again?
That's the brake.
Oh, that's the brake.
Yeah.
And that's the steering wheel.
That's it.
Okay.
And that is pretty Heath Robinson. If you look in front here, all it does is wind these chains to and fro.
Oh, right.
That's the only steering you've got.
Good God.
You can see, look, there's no track rods or anything like that. It's just chains.
Yeah. Just pulls it.
Yeah, and of course you're all over the road with it.
Yes.
There's nothing positive. 30-something winds from one set to
Really?
the other.
Really?
Yeah, one left or right, you know.
So you need strong arms.
Hmm?
You need strong arms.
You do if you get on soft ground, I'll tell you.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, soft ground must be terrible.
Well, it is. If you're going very slow, or trying to,
Yeah.
you know, manoeuvre into somewhere.
Yeah.
On the road, it's okay because I put these tyres on it. I don't know where you can still get them. I expect you can. But nowadays they vulcanise the whole thing on. But these are made in sections. That section there.
Yeah.
God knows how much it would cost now.
Yeah.
Well over 100. Well, more than £100. Put them under the engine and get the radius right. You know.
Yeah.
Jack up on 2 blocks and get the radius right. Then weld them on. Well, they're welded and bolted. On the right there, that's the safety valve.
The right hand, the one that sticks up the highest.
Yeah, the one with the towel going out the back. Those 2 things there.
Oh, yeah.
They're the safety valve.
What did you do?
I painted it all and I got somebody to line it because obviously, you know, even in my good days I wasn't good enough for that.
Yeah.
And then I varnished it all.
Fantastic.
And that was done about 96.
96.
So, you know, it's been on a fair while. I took this thing down to Dorset one year,
Yeah.
and when it had all the gubbins on,
Yeah.
and stood in a line up there, and there were a row of rides behind us,
Yeah.
and each one had got a fair organ on it. And by the end of the day, oh dear,
Yeah,
Oh, crikey, I couldn't stick it. There's the fire bars down there, you know. You bung them on the bottom of the firebox and that's where your fire goes on top of it.
I see.
But
Okay.
they go inside the engine.
Yeah, you
They're
can
out
shut
now
off.
because you have to have this thing boiler tested every year. The insurance is sky high.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that the most expensive thing about having it?
Yeah.
Because you do all the maintenance yourself, don't you?
Well, there's nobody you can phone up and come and do this for me, is there?
What else did you have to start from scratch with? Did you make the chimney or was that there?
No, I made it.
You made that?
Yeah.
And the top to it?
No, that was the original.
The original top, and you had to redo the chimney.
Yeah. That is a regulator. In other words, the accelerator. You open that to let steam into the cylinder block over there. These are your gear levers. You've got two on that one, and your top gear on that one. And this is to make you go forwards or backwards. Put it right there, you're going forwards, backwards. In other words, it changes the direction of the engine and the cylinders. That there is to work your injector to keep the water up in the glass up here. You've got to keep your water at a certain level. Well, these are the oil pots, so what you put your oil in. All the bearings are open bearings, you know, it just runs in and runs out. I mean, there's where the fire bars go, you can see it underneath there.
Yeah.
And you sling your coal in that hole there. Well, from cold
Yeah.
to get steam up and get it oiled up, you want to allow yourself a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Just over an hour on that little one, but this one here take a couple of hours.
Amazing.
The water tank.
Ah, okay. You've just taken the lid off.
Yeah.
Is that nuts and bolts job? Yeah.
Well, any sort of things that cover I made, you know, I mean, because I had to put a piece in there,
Yes.
you know, I mean,
Describe
it's
to
all
me.
bits and pieces.
I know it's bits and pieces, but that has to be an exact curve,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Fit it with hammer. Is where the winch rope comes through. That comes off of that on the axle there.
Oh yes.
And the rope goes out through there. Mind you, I haven't got a rope on it and I took it off, but
Is that what you would use if you use it for ploughing, pulling a plough?
No.
No. What would you just putting down a tree or something?
well, pulling yourself out, pulling trucks onto a site or doing something,
Okay.
you know. You can see how much work it's had. Look, see where the rope's cut into there.
I thought that was part of the design.
No.
No, that's just wear. The rope.
No,
Okay.
she had some work, that thing.
Yeah.
This is what they call a steam tractor.
Oh right.
You know, they're so difficult to work on. Well, especially this sort, because everything seems to be, to get at one thing you've got to take this off, and to get at that you've got to take that off,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
A boiler, yeah, there it is. The water is round those tubes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fire comes through the tubes and boils it.
Okay. So this bit
Yeah.
is full of steam.
This
No.
bit is full of smoke,
This bit's full of smoke.
but behind that tube plate
Yeah.
is full of water.
Okay. And so the pressure builds up in the tank behind that. I told you I don't know anything.
In that tank, no, that's just to carry the water in.
Oh, this is just to carry the water.
No, that one there.
And this one here.
Mm.
And in here,
Water,
that's
boiling water.
That's the boiling water.
Yeah.
Did you have books with pictures of them to go by?
Well, I have got books with pictures on, but that wouldn't tell you, it wouldn't give you much information as regards working on them.
No. Just a general idea.
I mean, picture's a picture. Another thing might interest you. That is
That tyre or that
yeah,
whole wheel?
This tyre
Yeah.
is forklift truck. tyre, right?
Off a forklift truck.
Yeah, which is the wheels are about that big, right?
Yes.
And you cut the centres out of them, get the tyres off, and put them on there.
You see, I think you've. I think that's very inventive.
The wheel, I had to make an inch wider
Did you?
to take the tyres. That's the original there. See?
Oh yes, yeah, the little bit in the middle.
No, that, well, a bit in the middle, but that's how wide they were.
Right.
No, you look here, it's wider.
Oh,
I don't know what the interest is. I can't explain it. It's just one of those things.
yeah. That you both like doing and you hate doing.
Well, I keep saying to you, you know, I'm too old for it now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the interest is gone, whereas before, I, you know, got it like a bullet, you know.
Yeah. You had the
And the-
physical strength
Well, that's right.
and the excitement about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Auction, that was the first traction engine I had. Not steam roll, traction engine, which is sort of between these two.
Yeah.
Went to, what was it? Twyford way it was,
Yeah.
and hauled it up onto a low loader. Got it home here about 2 o'clock, and it was stood there. Before I went in at night, I got it all to pieces, wheels off, you know, nearly stripped right down.
That was having come from Twyford.
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning, are you talking about?
No.
2
no.
o'clock at night, okay. But immediately you get down to stripping it down.
Yeah. I got the wheels off, parked round here, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Get to work, get it done.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Well, it's all in the past.